welcome to Autzen Stadium in Eugene. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Oregon Ducks. Reese Davis, David Palmer, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
When you talk about decibels, making it hard to play for the opponent, the first stadium you've got to think about is Autzen Stadium in Eugene, Oregon. This is one of the most acoustically challenging places for opponents to step onto the field. The loud and the proud, the Ducks make noise whenever opponents come to town. Guys, back to you.
All right, Holly. The Ducks will kick off first, and here we go. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Making side adjustments here. Now here's Manning. Throws to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Here's Arch to throw. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long. Containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
Manning tries to pick it up on third down. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early.
Job number one for a defense is to create negative plays, to create turnovers. How about this? Opening drive of the football game, getting the big turnover, setting your offense up in great position, and building some mojo. This defense, that is a picture-perfect start.
Fighting off the defender. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be second and goal. Pushes toward the goal line. Touchdown, Ducks! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
The Longhorns head out, hoping to move the ball on this possession. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Quarterback making checks. Arch is going to throw for it. Fires left. Wide open downfield. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Lost one on that last one. It's second and 11. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Good pick up, a little bit short of the sticks.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Autzen. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. Manning to throw for it on fourth. Unloads to the wideout. It's incomplete. A fourth down stop and the turnover on downs. Running inside. It's Hill. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Tight end now in motion. Dante Moore escapes the pressure to his right. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Man, and that's one he probably wants back. And sometimes you underestimate the speed of your guy or how fast he gets out there, and you could tell just threw that a little bit too far. His receiver didn't have the jets to go catch up with that one.
There was running room there, but he needed another step or two to make it to the 40 and move those chains. It's fourth down. They'll unleash the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the snap, it's Davison. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Well, they're setting the tone early in this game. Fourth down in their own end. They go for it on the ground, and they pick it up.
They want to set the tone. They want to establish that they think their offense is unstoppable and that they're willing to do anything to keep the football.
You're exactly right, Reese. They are sending a very clear message to this defense. We're going to run the football. We don't care what you do, but you...
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davison. And they get him down.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Takes a hit as he fires. Picked off. A rare misread and mistake from this quarterback. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40.
Well, the defense was expecting pass on that one. Third and long, they dial up the perfect coverage and a great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarterback when the ball was in the air, coming away with a massive interception.
Give to the back. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case there. They try to run the football on the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Under fire. Still looking for a man. Trying to escape and get... Oh, he's got some space. He'll go out of bounds, and he steps out right at the 8-yard line, and this offense is in business.
How nice is it to be an offensive coordinator, and you call a pass play, but your guy turns it into an explosive run? Like, that is so much fun to call. Good protection up front, but he just sees space so well.
He makes a grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Texas.
And this QB starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
And the point after is good. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. They've seen the good and the bad already. A touchdown on the opening drive, a pick on the second one, and now to try to get things back on track. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Here comes the heat. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll go play action with Moore. Hauls it in. Third and 6 yards to go. From the gun on 3rd down, Dante Moore. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the 1st half. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long.
Here we go. Ready. 1, 2, 3. Square. Q. Go.
More to throw for it on 4th down. Complete on the comeback. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Strikes first, delivers the punch, and works his way to the 31.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on 4th down again. 4th down, Moore. Snags it over the middle. And that can really take the wind out of a defense's sails when you convert with a 4th down completion.
Great chemistry there between the quarterback and his target. 4th down, you got to have it. You got to be on the same page, and they were there.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Dante Moore wants to throw again. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
Great awareness by that defender that time. Seeing the ball thrown, getting his big paw, knocking it down, and now you set up second down.
Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. Splits the uprights, it's good. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And I like this offense. They didn't get concerted. They stayed aggressive to go try to get points, and they get rewarded, and they take the lead and the momentum going into the half.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stops right there. Just about set to get this second half underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. In the gun on third down. Moore buys a little time with his feet. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He slides past the sticks. That'll be enough to convert the third down.
And on the third play of the drive, third down is the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Throwing Moore. Still looking on the move. Had to start that slide a little early, and he'll be short of the first down. The Ducks racing to the line in the hurry-up. Moore from the gun on third down. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Has to get there to move the sticks. He didn't make it. He needed one, and he's going to lose one instead.
What a big stop for this defense. In the second half, around midfield, you can set your offense up for success right here on this drive by getting that big fourth down stop.
Using his legs, it smothers.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Throwing Manning. Fired in there, but incomplete.
Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. Manning trying to quiet this crowd. Snagged out of the air. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Arch Madness. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
And I thought the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go to him, and that's why I think you look next. Who's your next best playmaker that can make something happen for you? Maybe go find him. Is there?
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. 4th down, Manning. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. And the Longhorns go back to work after moving the chains through the air. The pull and throw off the RPO. Touchdown, Longhorn! And that one will put him up here in the 2nd half.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. So that drive covered just 44 yards. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. The run inside. It's Davison. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. And the Ducks want to move quickly.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
Might be calling a hot route. Here's Manning to throw. Fires quickly. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to pass, it's Manning. It's complete on the right side. Good throwing catch, takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Well, they pick up the 1st against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it 1 high safety? Is it 2 high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And he tacked on the extra point. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. 6-yard pickup on first down, leaves them with 2nd and 4. More. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Again, it's Moore. Rushes on him. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
This offense has their work cut out for him, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the side...
Lets it fly deep downfield. Throw to the end zone, picked off.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Here comes the Texas offense. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Finds his tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. The defense working to manage that clock. They use the timeout, 1:55 remaining.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule, and what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play there.
3rd down from the gun, Manning. Just a little off. Incomplete.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on 3rd and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. But now decided to go for it, setting up a 4th down. And this looks like a situation where you should punt the football.
He'll try to make the catch in traffic. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Here's Moore to throw. He wants a big play here late. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
Well, talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Moore from the gun, trying to convert third down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains, they were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Moore to throw for it on fourth down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it's his fourth interception of the night. Touchdown, Texas! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And what a fantastic job by the defense there on that.